So look, I'm about to tell y'all something. Alright? This is gonna be crazy, but you just have to pay attention because it's gonna blow your mind. And it's very simple things, very simple. All right, like with words. Have you ever sat and thought about the language? I mean, really, like the language that you're taught, English, a mutt language, as my father would say. Let's look at it like this. When you are born, your mother gives you a name, usually, right? So, I don't know about you, but in America, right? When a baby's born and your mother gives you your name, whatever it is, say your name is Phil, right? I'm pretty sure that your parents did not spell your name with all capital letters. Alright, now I want you to go on ahead and look in your birth certificate, your social security cards to verify what I'm saying, just to back it up, alright? Basically, the hospitals take it upon themselves, and all these offices that create your identity without your permission. And I would think, as a human being, you are entitled to be who you are. Everybody. I mean, that's we have that will, And so go on ahead and back to what I was saying about the your identity. So your family gives you a name, and then the hospitals and the driving bureaus that you go and get your identification card, they spell your name with all capital letters, and there's a reason for that. And the reason is because when you're born, you're automatically no longer property of your parents at all. You have been governed into the system. Alright? And everything is based around contracts. Alright? Whether you go get a car on payments, you have a contract, alright? Or a mortgage, or whatever the case may be, it's a contract. Alright? And when you sign into these contracts, you're consenting. And if you do not let it be known that you're not consenting, then it's will. It's kind of like with slavery, all right? When they banned slavery, they did not ban volunteer slavery, and that's why Americans have to pay taxes, all right? And that's because not enough Americans let it be known that they did not consent. So now it's volunteer slavery, which is completely legal, and you can look this up for yourself. You can do your own homework. I ain't got no reason to lie to you. I mean, just like that. And when you fall into these contracts, then it becomes an obligation that you're entitled to fulfill. And if you don't, then it's unacceptable. I mean, kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, you lack discipline. It's unacceptable if you do not run with the crowd in this reality, in this society that's been set for you and created an identity that is for you. So you are no longer entitled to be who you are in this world. I don't know if that touches any bases that you didn't acknowledge before. Kind of like during the quarantine in the pandemic, when they're doing whatever they're doing with 5G or fake alien invasion, or bringing in the mark with the real ID or the nano chip, whatever they're doing. All right, but we're consenting when we're wearing masks and all this, and when it was declared, it took away the rights that we're supposed to have under the Constitution. What's been done, a lot of people out here are fully aware, and then there's people out here that are not aware at all, that your rights under the Constitution have been violated. I don't know much about anything, I guess, but they're telling you what you're allowed to buy in the store, what's essential, non-essential, according to whose law, because I don't know who gave who authority to control life and civilization itself. There's a lot there's a lot going on, and a lot of people just we want to know why. All right, we want to know why. Drop any comments or links in the below if you have any information that can help me. All I'm trying to do is get the word out there that there's a lot of people with great information, but you have to think outside of the box. All right, you have to think outside of the box, because if you are inside the box, you're living by man's law. All right. When you next time you go on YouTube, if you want to look up some channels that have some good information, in my opinion, it would definitely be Nicholson 1968, John JONX, the letter X, Army, definitely Donut Factory, DOENUT Factory, Crow 777, Old School Saint, David Icke. There's a lot of people out there. You have to think outside of the box and understand that your whole life is being planned for you. It was from before you were born. All right.